practitioner in terms of community work. We do it. So what I did was I just put down some reflections, a couple of points, and they're in no particular order, and I'm just going to throw them out there in terms of our experience in the last 18 months, 2 years, whatever it is. So I work in Wexford in town. I'm in a family resource centre. We're based in the housing estate in an old part of the town. The houses were built in the 1930s. There's older houses in the rest of the town. So it's an old community, very settled, has a very particular identity, an old working class community. So there'll be long-term unemployment because they would have worked in engineering factories and all that. They're all gone now. And yet there's a new generation coming through. That's the kind of area we're in. We're coming to the end. Next Tuesday is the last day of our third module that we've run with the virtual college. Okay, so just reflecting on that, a few things. First of all, for us, the reason we went looking for the course in the first place, we were looking for a third level qualification, and we were particularly interested in community development because we wanted to try and engage new community leaders. The average age of our board of management would be 65, so we were looking for a newer generation. So the two people had signed up for a course with, I don't know, was it Cork or Waterford IT that was supposed to be done in Carlow, and 2 years in a row the course was cancelled because there weren't enough numbers. And this pissed me off, to be honest, so I said, should we do it ourselves? We'll try and see, can we do it ourselves? So I went ringing around, I had no idea. And so just to say, the timing was right for us when we rang the virtual college. So it was good timing. We were in the right. If we'd had a phone call from you maybe 3 years beforehand, we wouldn't have been ready for it. But the timing was good. From the first phone call, and I think it was Barbara, I might have rang her, or yourself, Liz, I can't remember. From the very first call, my whole gut reaction was, they get it. They get it. We kind of clicked from the start, because I'm involved in community education for about 25 years, so I've a lot of experience. So I know when I'm talking to someone who gets it, and that was my first reaction. They get it, and they obviously checked us out because they came back to us, having looked at our website and all, and say, "Oh yeah, we think we can work with you." So we got it as well. I'm just going through these points now as they come up. I suppose one of the things that struck me was the whole thing is about it's on your doorstep, this kind of education. Now, for us, it's literally on the doorstep in the sense that, say, we have 15, say, doing the course, at least 5 or 6 of them literally walk in from their houses across the road, so they leave the child in the creche from school, they come in, they get a cup of tea, they have a cigarette, and they're straight in there. It's also, we're talking about access, it's the whole thing of the fact that it's online, and this blew my mind, in terms of, so one of the days, one of the women was sick, and but the others were able to tell me, no, she's online, and then I could see it. And she was literally in her sick bed, on the laptop, and had the lecture. So the access is huge. There's another woman, I'd say her child, she had no childminder that morning, she's a 2-year-old, and again they were saying, no, Ciara's on, she's online, and the little fellow was waving at Thomas. And Mammy was saying, I'm in college now, But she was so in terms of being able to access it, it's just very accessible. The technology end of it, again, I'm not a tech person, like Matthew would ask me, what's the strength of your Wi-Fi? I have no clue, man. And so I had no clue, and even when they explained it, I remember you come down and explain, this is how it works, and I don't know. But the others who were there sitting in the meeting, particularly the younger ones, the people in their 30s, they were saying, yeah, I think we could do this. But literally, it is, for anyone, it is very accessible, and it is doable. And Matthew would say, we can overcome these things. They can overcome. There's one guy now for us, and his laptop broke last week, so the laptop's broken. I said, okay, here, use mine. And at the end of the course, we'll get you another laptop. And he says, look, I really don't need a laptop. I do that on my phone. And literally that's what he does. He just works on his phone, just the whole thing. So yeah, very doable. In terms of cost, and again, I'd always be looking at this stuff from the point of view of people they don't have money, a lot of them, they would be, literally some of them are day to day, even feeding the kids. So you're trying to engage with someone who wants to do something, but you're trying to get rid of the blocks. So the cost, even though it's very, manageable at one level, but for something. So we contacted the ETB. Now, we were again very lucky. The Wexford Waterford Education and Training Board, they jumped at it. They really jumped at it. Like literally within a week, the first time. Now, we have a good relationship with them. We've run courses with them. But I said to them, this course, I explained it. I had about 3 sentences said, and she said, get a proposal into me. This was 2 weeks before Christmas. And I had the proposal in within 3 days. And the cheque was in our account the following week. Because they had to get it out of their account before the end of the year. But they really believed in it, took it, and we had the money before we even knew exactly what module we were going to do. Like, you know. So we've been very lucky. And since that, they've really bought into it. They've checked out the virtual college. They've come back to us and said, we will follow this group right through to degree level. And that's a huge relief for me, rather than chasing money every module. That's so just, yeah. Another comment, just in terms of the tutors, just in my experience, this is really important, like, is that they're very tuned in. And I would say the word I have down here is that they're very caring. And you were saying, Breed, like, it's education is the way we work with people as much as what we're doing. Like, and in our experience, and it's key, you know, and you don't see that in third level colleges a lot of it, but especially the big institutions, you know. But the fact that someone might be missing, and they'll check, like, how are they getting on, just know that they haven't been around for a few, or that kind of personal follow-up, like, and then we would follow up, or that you're able to say, listen, the person's going through a rough time, things aren't good for them at the moment, that's why they haven't delivered that stuff. Okay, we'll make an allowance for that and work around it. So that's our experience. One of the other things I put down here is, one of the big learnings for us, again, like, we do level 7, like, it's academic for people, you know, and especially people who have left school early or whatever, and like, I got a fright reading some of the articles, like, I said, whoa, Jesus, like, you know, it is academic, and there is that challenge there. The thing that really made a difference for us was the learning to learn for third level. We did that as a first step. And any of the people who did that module, like, the difference with them when they go to do the other modules, they've learned the thing about academic reading, they've learned the thing about how you work and stuff, how to write stuff, how to, what do you call that? Say where it comes from. Okay, so that's a big deal. Okay, so just that learning to learn module was really good, really a good step in. Just one last thing then, in terms of one of the things we do, like, and I suppose it's not even in community centres, whatever like that, like as I said, the people come in, it's a cup of tea, toast there. When they come out for their break, they get a 15-minute break. Like, we'll have toasted cheese sandwiches or ham sandwiches, anyone wants it. A lot of the women, like, won't have had breakfast, you know, they drop the kids for Christ, they haven't fed themselves, so we feed them. When we have the long days, we make a point of cooking dinner in the middle of the day. Now, we have that facility to do that, volunteers to do it, we have the funding to do it, but it's symbolic, I think, of trying to care for people and nurture people in it. And I think it's worked. So between the tutors caring and us, kind of, particularly when personal issues come up and you're able to talk to people one-to-one, or like we've developed a worker who would follow up with people. That kind of, to me, that's a key element, and it works. Like, our participation rate has been terrific, like, and people staying with it. And so overall, I'd say it's been a great success. You know?
Okay, thank you.